Urban photography takes on many forms, including architecture, street and cityscapes, people and cultural events, and historical documentation, including abandoned buildings, all attesting to the rich diversity of city spaces. One of my favorite urban photographers is Glenn Petranek, a native of Northeast Ohio who has been photographing the Cleveland area for over 40 years.
Hey, Glenn.
Hi, Julia. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Real good.
Good to see you.
Just getting get packed up and ready to go here.
All right. I'm excited. Are you excited for today?
Oh yeah, definitely. You've got fantastic weather, blue skies.
I know. Couldn't ask for anything better in
I
January.
got some fun places to take that maybe not too many people have seen before.
I met Glenn at a photography club about 8 years ago, where he participated by leading some of the group shoots. The first time I remember seeing Glenn was when the club ventured out to the deteriorating amusement park at Chippewa Lake in Medina County. During the photography club years, Glenn led some pretty cool group shoots like Lakeview Cemetery and the Volvo Graveyard. My favorite shoot was always Cleveland by rail, where we traveled downtown on the rapid transit. Glenn knows Cleveland like the back of his hand, and he always provided some great photo opportunities on these trips. How did you get started in photography?
Actually, it's hard to say. It's always been a part of my life. I was probably had a camera at the age of 5.
Wow.
I had one of those, little point and shoot, little brownie star flash. I was part of the Sears Film Club back then.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was big time.
Did you study photography anywhere formally?
No, actually not. I'm totally self-taught. Just years of being out in the field, going out actually shooting, and a lot of reading, experimenting, things like that.
This is gorgeous. Can you tell us a little about that?
Sure, this has probably been my most famous and successful piece. It's an actual moonrise over Cleveland taken the day before Thanksgiving. I went down in the beach area at Perkins Beach, right on the waterfront. I actually had a custom order of one of these at 3 by 6 feet in size.
Well, here we are heading downtown to Cleveland, Ohio. Glenn, when did you start getting interested in shooting downtown?
I think I've always been interested in shooting downtown. It was one of the favorite destinations of our high school camera club. And that was out toward Willoughby and Eastlake areas where we were located, so it was a little trek downtown, and I've never lost interest in downtown. I've always thought it was one of the coolest places to shoot, from architecture to people, the buildings, and I've been rolling with the changes. I've got pictures of Tower City before it was even Tower City.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting, the old Union Terminal complex. I've got shots of the BP building being built.
Coining the phrase or calling yourself an urban photographer, when did you begin to call yourself that?
I would probably say more in the last 4 years, when I started doing more urban exploring, going into abandoned buildings and things like that. Kind of a whole different aspect of itself, as opposed to shooting city landmarks. You're going into some of the remains of the Rust Belt, and there's a social aspect of it too, to show what has been, where it is now, kind of where we're headed. A lot of the buildings I've been in are now torn down, a lot of areas being rehabbed, which is a good thing. Great eats, good food, can't beat it. This is the best here, it really is. Would have gotten my favorite gyros, but the line's around the corner, so I think I'll have to forego it this time. But no, seriously, this is probably one of the best places to take people in Cleveland, and just the best places to go for meat, poultry, anything that's good, ethnic. Can't find it here, probably didn't need it. Yep, this is it. This is Westinghouse. Believe it or not, it's been cleaned up quite a bit. Used to be mounds of tires, mounds of concrete. It's been pretty much totally remediated.
What prompted you to come into a place like this, Glenn?
Just fascination, looking at other people's photos, other people's experiences, and this type of photography I really enjoyed. You have a lot of detail, you have a lot of structure, you have a lot of repeating patterns with some of the steel work and things. It's just fascinating.
I don't like going to these places with you.
I know you don't. This makes it fun. I got my can of pepper spray. approved by the New York Police Department, and I got a big heavy camera to swing, so we're in good shape.
All right.
If you're looking at this spot right here, this is where they filmed the scene from the first Avengers movie. They had Black Widow or Scarlett Johansson tied to a chair leaning over this hole here.
This is an abandoned pedestrian bridge. Tell
Yes,
us a little about it.
It's actually a pedestrian suspension bridge by design. This is called the Sitaway Bridge. It spans Kingsbury Run. If you remember, Kingsbury Run was the side scene of the infamous Torso murders way back in the day. So it does span that valley. Kinsman Road's on the other side. We're about East 65th here down from Broadway. During the race riots of the 60s, it was set afire.
Now, the area around the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I have seen some pretty awesome shots at night in that area.
It's a cool area to shoot. There's a lot to shoot at night. The building's well lit, especially if you can catch some of the buildings behind it. A really nice shot is to get it at dusk, where you have the building still lit up, but the colors of sunset behind it makes a really, really pretty image. It kind of reflects off the glass and the windows.
Someone once said, "Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life." I think that Glenn has certainly done this. With an impressive portfolio, he has truly captured the essence of urban photography while enjoying the adventures that go along with it and loving what he does best.
Like having a dash cam almost.
Bad boys, what you want to do? Come on, bring it. My teacher's going to kill me when he sees I brought the camera here.